Got my bank account within
Right.
2 weeks. I went
Yeah.
down there and got it.
Just a necessity for you, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's got to be part of your program,
Were you working out before you went down?
Oh yeah,
Yeah. So
shit.
you're already big like that?
I used to compete and everything, so I did the Acorn Classic, got first in
Yeah.
'99, and then San Francisco Bodybuilding Championships, got third.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done it all, man.
Because Eric's big now too.
Yeah,
He was always big.
he was planning on doing it too, but he got into other shit.
All right, welcome everybody to 4th Street Live podcast. My name is Jacob, and we are got a very special guest on tonight. We got my friend Frank. Frank has one of the most unique stories ever, and I happen to grow up with his son Eric. So shout out to little E. My book, The Railrunner, is available on Amazon and Barnes and Noble. Please go check out my book if you're looking for a good read. And we are sponsored by Slab Sides Motorcycle Shop. Please check out Slab Sides for any of your Harley Davidson needs in Reno. So Frank, you got one of the craziest stories I've ever known, man. I've known about your story because your boy Eric and me prospected together out of Sacramento. And while we were prospecting, sitting in a parking lot, one of the things that often came up was you and your wild story, man. Real quick, where'd you grow up, Frank?
I was born and raised in Sacramento, Rio Linda, Del Paso Heights area.
DPH and
Yeah,
North
it was
Sac.
cool, man, growing up there.
Yeah, I got a crazy story about DPH. First time in Del Paso Heights. That's where our patches are made. Our patches are made in Del Paso Heights, some park right there. And as a prospect, they sent me to go pick up a bunch of patches. My first time ever. I'm a Reno kid, right? You know what I mean? And they sent me over there to go grab some patches and never didn't know what kind of neighborhood that was or whatever. And I went, grabbed them, and I come back out and there's a bunch of people sitting on the tailgate of my truck. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then I was like, what are you doing sitting on my shit? And they just looked at me like I was crazy. And then I was like, hey, why are you sitting on my shit? They're like, all right. And they just slowly got off, no urgency, no nothing. And then I called back, and I guess that's the first kind of mud check in my club is send you out to DPH all by yourself, see what
Nice.
it's like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So so it's an interesting story, man. So you grew up in Rio Linda, North Sac. You have a good childhood. You had a good life.
Yeah, it was cool, man. All my uncles were wild, just making you fight and all that stuff.
Yeah.
We used to Del Paso Heights. We came out of Rio Linda.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of folks in Del Paso Heights like to hang out on the corners.
Right.
So we drive by in a truck
Yeah.
and just come up out of the bed and just shoot pellet guns at them. It's just, it was funny. It was crazy, man.
That is a crazy
But
area.
freak out because they don't know they're pellet guns. As soon as you pop up out of the back, they're gone.
Yeah, yeah. That is a funny thing, man. I like SAC. I like SAC because that's where I did my half of my program. You know what I mean? We were a prospect charter out of the nearest city before Reno was established, so we all had to prospect out of SAC.
Right.
So that's how I got to know Eric real well. You know what I mean? And a lot of how we do things here in Reno is because we learned it the SAC way, which is just a standard in club life. It's a totally different standard. You know what I mean? It's just it's no slouching. You know what I mean? Were you well off? Did you have good money? What got you into what we're going to talk about?
We were broke, man. We were broke, but the family was close.
Yeah.
Always going to the river. All my older family had boats.
Yeah.
Like speedboats. My stepdad died in a speedboat on the American River.
On American
Racing
River.
my Uncle Chuck.
Yeah.
Just hit a wake, flipped and killed him. So
yeah, man.
But we're just outdoor folks, man. Always at the river, Yosemite, whatever, on the holidays. We didn't have a lot of money, but we had family. Yeah.
I like that. And so take me to your very first one. Where was it at? What happened leading up to that day where you decided this is what I'm gonna do with my life?
Nah, it wasn't really that. I got out. I went to prison for 16 months for burglary and escape from custody.
Okay.
And then I never cleaned up. California's fun. Look, if you're in prison in California and you're a good dude, you're high all the time. I paroled dirty, stayed dirty. And parole at that point in '05, they don't violate you. They just tell you, hey, go to meetings. But I can go to meetings and get progressively more crazy. I need a dry out. But somebody owed me $250 for nothing. So I saw him one day and took his car. I was like, hey,
$250.
it's $250 is nothing.
Fuck yeah.
But I was like, hey, go get my money and call me and I'll bring your car back. 30 minutes later, I'm on the news. This guy's saying I carjacked him at gunpoint. And when parole raided my house, I was next door and I went to the local gym because they hang the keys up on the rack. grabbed a set of keys with a key fob on it, went and got a truck and left town.
Where'd you head?
Just west or east.
Yeah.
Just I think we may have went down to Bakersfield and then cut over toward Vegas. But the first bank was around Utah.
Utah.
I don't know specifically which one was first because they mixed together.
Yeah.
We were on the run for 4 months, so
Yeah.
they all run together. But I've always heard my dad rob banks when he came back from Vietnam. He went to prison a couple times, but he was in the feds. So I know it's easy.
Yeah.
So you can pick two ways. You could jump the counter,
Okay.
which makes everybody know.
Okay.
And I just wanted to keep it to where the less trouble, the better. The
Yeah.
faster I can get in and get out, the better. So I used a note, just a funny little note. Yep, this is a robbery. Put your 20s, 50s, and 100s on the counter and make it fast.
So this is the first one in Utah. You write a note.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And it worked out well. I was nervous at first, but I had this little broad with me. People look at you all the time.
Okay.
And I was like, look, people are watching us. And this wasn't the first one, but as it went on, I started noticing. She goes, yeah, you're a good looking guy. People have been looking.
Yeah.
So I just go in and hit it. But you get to where it's nothing. It's like just going to the bank.
Yeah.
But we hit them all over. There's 5 states.
Yeah.
But it was one of those deals where
So it was Utah. What other states was it?
California, Utah, Nevada, Washington, and Oregon.
And Oregon.
Yep.
So the first one was in Salt Lake. Or it was, sorry, not Salt Lake, but it was in Utah
It
somewhere.
was in Utah, yeah.
Yeah, you got it. So you go in, you pass a note. How much did you get from that first one, if you remember?
Man, I think it was only like 3,800.
Yeah.
It's nothing.
Right.
But there's a bank on every corner.
Yeah.
So who cares?
And what made you pick one bank over another?
It has to be on a corner.
Okay.
Because I don't want to burn a ride every time I go in. So if you're not in front of the bank, you park, get a bank that's on the corner, you park 1 block down.
Okay.
When you pass the note, 30 seconds, I should be at the door.
Okay.
So you get in, turn on the scanner, and you can hear them arrive, and it's fast. So you know what they know. And then they'll call the manager out, the bank manager, and let them know that the suspect is gone and all that, and then they come in. But it's just a smooth sailing type of thing when you're in trouble. You look at it like this, you can rob a store, and this person, you're taking this person's money. They own the store. They're more likely to fight for their money than a bank is.
Right.
A bank's going to give it to you and try to shoo you out of there.
Got you. So there was a sense of there's no real victim here by robbing this bank.
I know there's a victim, but you don't have to hurt this person to get what you need.
And you're not taking food out of their
to
mouth.
push on. Yeah.
I understand.
You stand less of a chance of having to hurt somebody. I don't want to hurt somebody over a little cash.
I get what you're saying. You just want what they got.
Yeah.
I understand. So you got that bank in Utah. You get out. Was there any anxiety getting caught on that one, that very first one, or did that go exactly how you wanted it to
There
go?
wasn't.
Yeah.
Like you see in the movies, they got to scan the place, sit there and watch and
Right.
all that. There's no reason. You go, you see it, you know exactly what you're going to do. You go in and do it and come out.
Got you. So from Utah, where'd you head?
Utah, we just kept driving. It
Yeah.
didn't matter really where we were going. We just see a highway and go see what's down there.
It's real. So how long after Utah, that first one, was the next one?
It was fast. We were partying.
Got it.
So
When you ran out of
money don't last long. And when it's free,
Yeah.
or technically free,
Yeah.
you're trying to get the best hotels.
Yeah.
And just spend time. Because I knew I was going to go do some time. California was a kidnapping during a carjacking.
Okay.
And that would be 2 life sentences. So
You don't want 2 life sentences.
I'm like, look, I'm going to do all this time. I'm going to have as much fun with this little chick as I can.
There you
Because
go.
she's never been anywhere.
And she's your wheelman.
Now she passenger side.
Got it.
So you have to have somebody pop bands to make sure there's no trackers in the money.
Okay.
So you have to have somebody with you. So you get in, pass the money, and she just starts popping bands and going through the money, make sure there's nothing in there. Because back then it was just a little chip with a battery on it.
Right.
And all it did is send out a ping. But if you drove by a cop, that ping would get strong. And they know they know which car it's in. And So you have to get those out, break them, throw them out the car, and just keep pushing.
And this is around 03, 04,
It's 05.
05.
Yep.
And then, so where was the second one? Still in Utah?
I don't really remember where, but we kept like maybe up in Idaho.
Okay.
It was like the West Coast
Yeah.
type thing. We were traveling, we'd hit a bank, come back to Reno, sit it out, put the money in the machines and try to change it out a little bit. But I found out later it don't matter because you put the money in the slot machines and all that money's trapped. So all
it
they
didn't do anything.
Well, no, they pull the money out of the machine, and when it goes to the bank, they're like, these are stolen bills. They go to the cameras and see who put the bills in there. So they knew.
So it didn't help your situation.
Not at all.
You got to really,
It-
so that's
was-
not how you clean it.
It was wasted time.
But you got to pop into a casino.
You
There
got to
go.
pop into a casino
There you go.
and have a little fun.
Got you. So you go Idaho. Now, how many and how long?
It was 4 months that we were
4
on the
months
run.
total.
Yeah, like right toward the end, I had a little Mexican girl from the neighborhood over there with me, and she just left. But the whole thing was she had a boyfriend that was beating her up. He came to stay. She came to stay with me, and we went through this whole little thing. I want to talk to my girl, and I'm like, nah, she don't want to talk to you. So he left. Came back with a buddy, and he started reaching in his pockets, and I pulled my shirt up, and I'm like, look, I'll put you down, man.
Yeah.
And his friends behind him going, I'm not in this. But she went with me, and toward the end, she started like arguing a little bit. And I was like, why are you having a problem? We got no worries. And she told me, maybe we get along better if you hit me. So I took her up to Oregon to her aunt's house and dropped her off. But that's after about 5 or 6 of the banks.
5 or 6.
Five.
She ran with you for 5 or 6.
For 5 or 6, and she would do anything with me.
Wow.
There was one that she refused. We were in St. George, Utah.
Okay.
And we saw this little bank across the street from a substation. And I wanted to hit it.
Okay.
I was like, look, there's no way these Barney 5 cops are going to believe the bank across the street is getting hit. And she refused. She's like, look, you ain't getting me busted in St. George.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I skipped that one, but I really wanted it just because it was across the street
Gotcha.
from the substation.
Yeah. If your girl won't rob a bank with you, she's probably whack. So.
Yeah, but you could find a girl in any small town.
So you go back from Oregon, you drop her off. Where do you head from Oregon?
From Oregon, I headed back down to Nevada.
To Nevada.
Yeah, I went to Fallon, and no matter where you at, you can spot your people. So I see this girl with some redheaded kid.
This is in Fallon.
In Fallon.
Okay.
Yeah, so I see this little native broad, and I go over and talk to him. I'm like, look, I'm not from around here, but I want to party, so
okay.
I'll pay for everything if you guys know where to get something. So
and are we getting towards the end of sewer robberies?
Toward the end there.
Yeah.
Because I stopped off in Oregon after I dropped the girl off, and I stopped by her aunt's house. And the first thing they said is you were on the news for serial bank robbery.
Fuck yeah.
But I had stopped at a gas station before that, and the cashier was looking at me and then looking over my shoulder. So I looked back, and there was a cop there. So I think they did see me on the news because he was looking at me, and so I got out of there. But I didn't know at that point. When I got to her aunt's, they were like, you were on the news this morning.
Yeah.
So I got out of there, came back down to Nevada, and then I met the little native chick, and she was ready. So that's when I hit the bank in Bishop.
In Bishop, California.
Yeah, Bishop, California.
Gotcha.
That one's so funny. I walk in, and I give the note to the older lady.
Okay.
And she looked at it. She goes, I'm not giving you any money.
Okay.
I was like, woman, you better put some money on this fucking counter. And she reached in there, grabbed the hundreds. She's like, that's all you're getting. So I'm walking out, and I brushed past this older lady, an old lady. So I was like, excuse me, ma'am. And that's in my paperwork. It's super funny. But the whole thing is you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Without being impolite to people.
So you're polite. You're taking their money, but you're nice about it.
Yeah, look, I was in Nevada still. I don't really want to say where because it's a Flying J. But they have the old casino type cash windows.
Understood.
So I'm trying to just use the machines and stuff, and I go up to the window. I'm like, hey, this machine won't take my money. Will you exchange it? We don't accept outside change. This is the only time I deviated from the banks. So I was like, all right. But she was being snotty. So I go out, put a hoodie on, grab a bag and my gun. I go back in there just like the old West and stick the bag and the gun through the window. I'm like, hey, bitch, I brought back bigger change. But she's like, oh, my God, are you serious? I only got $250 out of that one, but I got the satisfaction of being nice to people.
Oh, damn. So you did knock down a casino.
It was
like a casino.
Yeah.
I get it. What? That's
like
crazy. So You got the J. You got Bishop. Was Bishop the last one?
I don't remember. They all go together. I
Totally.
think there was one after that in Washington.
Yeah.
I hit one in Vancouver, Washington.
Okay.
And man, that was so fast. Those cops out there, before I got to the end of this, back to my car, they were there.
Crazy.
So I pulled into a gas station, started pumping gas, and watched them look for me.
So was there any close calls before?
That was it.
Just the one close call, and that was the one in Washington. And
In
that's when you were
Vancouver, yeah.
in Vancouver, and they almost got your ass.
I don't think they didn't almost get me, but I was parked in a parking lot across the street, and I watched them come in looking for me.
Yep.
It was so close, I had to pull over and get gas.
Yep.
And I just watched them for a minute, got on the highway, and left.
Wild, man.
Because they're thinking I'm ahead of them. So if I'm behind them, they ain't not tripping so bad. But
So what's the total?
there had to have been 10.
Yeah.
I don't really know. It's 4 months, and there was a lot.
Yeah, you were moving.
Yeah.
You probably weren't in your right mind too.
Wasn't really paying attention.
Yeah. But convicted of 5.
Convicted of 5, yeah.
Wild, man.
Yeah.
So what about the last one? The one that got you all this time?
That was Bishop.
That was Bishop.
That was Bishop.
So tell me how that one all caught up with you.
It was my own stupidity that got me busted on that one.
Yep.
The kid I was talking about with the native girl, I came back into town to drop her off. And for some reason, he borrowed my phone, and I left it. So I got back up to Oregon. I called him. I was like, hey, I'm going to come back for my phone. And he left. So it's kind of ironic, but I don't like people stealing from me. So I came back into Fallon just to slap him around a little bit.
Yeah.
And somebody saw me pull into town. I didn't know that my picture was up in all the casinos. Yeah, they got me. They brought everybody.
Yeah. So simultaneously you're on the run for all that stuff in Cali for that carjacking.
Yeah.
So that's 2 lives.
It
Right.
would have been. It
Got
would have
you.
been.
So your thinking is the easier, softer way is to take this
Right.
bit over here.
Yeah, I pled to attend to life here for the bank because I wasn't really eligible for the bitch.
Yeah.
But I did have 4 prior felonies, but 2 I did jail time on, and they still gave it to me. And then during the court proceedings, I slapped my attorney a couple times. Signing for the first one
Yeah.
made me eligible for the second one on the battery.
Got it.
So I ended up with 2 10 to lives.
Got you.
But it was just over him lying to me about federal charges. No, you don't have federal charges. Just sign this deal,
Okay.
and you'll be good. Then I got a notice from my parole officer saying, you do have state and federal charges. We're going to kick you off parole here because
Damn.
you have enough problems.
Damn. So you did that. You're probably trying to get the fuck out of Fallon too, huh?
Yeah, I got out of Fallon. After that, after I assaulted my attorney, they moved me up to NNCC in the hole.
Got it.
I spent 18 months there while I went to court.
Gotcha.
But
And then what was the end result sentencing after everything
Man.
was said and done? 5.
I got 2 10 to lives here in Nevada, 96 months in Oregon, 96 months in Washington, and 188 months in the Eastern District of California.
And they had you all run it here?
Yeah, because the feds, I stuck to the same crime spree.
Yeah.
So they ran it concurrent with the bank here.
Wild.
So it worked out good in that sense.
Got you.
I did a flat 20,
Yeah.
got my parole.
And so you knew it was going to come to an end, and you knew you were going to do that. And you knew you were
Yeah.
going to take that bid at some point.
That was the whole point of just going out and having the best time I could before they got me, because I knew they were going to get me.
Got it.
They always do.
Yeah, man. So you get sentenced. They take you to NCC. You're going to be down for a minute. What's going through your head?
Man, I was still wild. I didn't really care at that point. Back at NCC, we had group yard in the hole, and I was just wearing people out there just because I thought it was a free pass. Because I wasn't sentenced. I'm not part of NDOC. But it all stuck, my whole term, all of it. So I went up to Ely for 5.5 years, went to Southern Desert for 3, back up to Ely, and then I went to High Desert for 18 months while I went to court for my federal stuff. And then after about 15 years, I made it up north where you can get a little wiggle room.
Yeah.
And just started education, man. I got my GED, my high school diploma, associate's degree, and then I got my mechanics degree. So
Yeah.
the last part of my sentence was all about education, trying to get to where I could function when I got out.
How many years was that towards the end? It's like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah,
in
the last
education?
5.
Got it.
The last 5 was about education. So I'm all about trying to get kids
Yeah.
to just back away a little bit.
Got it.
Once you get back into school, you'll want to go farther.
You want to go further. And it's wild because I know your boy, and I got to see Eric without you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And get to know Eric without you. And what's wild is you guys are so similar, man. There's so much genetics behind it. And
Yeah.
I've seen your boy piece dudes up in a parking lot, and I know what kind of dude he is, and he's a lot like you. Meeting you, I'm like, you're twins, man, and your thinking is similar. But more than anything is I know how much he missed you, man. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And how did that feel for you, knowing you weren't going to be around to be a dad, man?
Man, it's messed up watching your kids grow up
Yeah,
when you can't be there. It's too far to come out here, really.
yeah.
And I don't really want to see them while I'm in prison anyway. It's just a bad memory. Not to mention you're gone, and then they got to come see you in a place. Most likely it's behind glass because I was in Max for a long time, you know.
So they did get to come see you?
Family did come to see me, like my sister, my uncle, and a couple people.
Yeah.
But there are people that wouldn't be refused. They're like, "No, we're coming."
Yeah.
But yeah, it went fast. When
Yeah.
you look back, 20 years goes quick.
Yeah.
And probably didn't go fast for them.
Yeah.
But I don't pay attention to the calendar. You just birthdays and Christmas.
Yeah.
So
Was there restitution?
there is in the feds. There's a lot.
Yeah.
Like in the state, I believe, like I said, that bank up there in Bishop was $800.
Yeah.
And then the bank in Fallon, which I didn't mention before, the lady froze on me.
Yeah.
And I really do. I have a 30-second limit. You have to be out. And she was doing like the little shaky
Didn't know
thing.
what
And
to do.
I'm pretty sure she was hitting on the button down.
Okay.
But I had to get out of there. So it's an attempt robbery there.
Got it.
But
So she froze on you after 30 seconds. She didn't give you
Yeah,
this.
she
so you're
froze.
different.
I'm trying to talk her through it. I'm like, look, you've been trained for this. Come on, give me the money so I can
Yeah.
get out of here.
Yeah.
And 30 seconds is a long time. You know, when I'm walking out the door, I see the sheriff's pulling in.
Yep.
But I did get out of there.
Did you have somebody with you on that one?
I don't think I did.
No.
I think I already dropped the native chick off, and
Yep.
I was on my own because they had pictures of the eyes in the back of my head.
Yep.
And she's usually the one that puts the Band-Aids on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did you wake up? So usually, are you waking up that morning going, I know I'm going to rob this bank? Is it that thought out, or is it more opportunistic than that?
That one was just I was out of money and I had to hit something.
Yeah.
I walked into another one and everybody looked when I walked in, and Fallon's small anyway. They're going to know that they don't recognize you, and that's probably all it was.
Yeah.
But I just looked around a little bit and walked out.
Yeah.
And then went across the street and hit that one. I probably would have did better just sticking with the first choice.
Real. Yeah.
But
So is there drugs involved while you're running and gunning?
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I said before in the beginning, I was like, look, if I'm using,
Fuck yeah.
I need a dry out. I'm not going to clean up by myself. I just
Right.
get progressively more crazy, and
Right.
it brings all your inhibitions down. Nothing seems impossible.
Yeah, man.
So
That is so real. You got drugs and alcohol involved. You start to get sober when you go down.
Yep.
You're in the hole. Did you go to meetings inside?
I didn't, because going to meetings in prison is going on the street.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to brag about how much weight they were moving, whether they were moving dimes
Yeah.
or nickels. It's
Right.
always weight,
Weight,
pounds.
yeah.
And so I didn't
And
want to
what
be a part of that.
So you were more attracted to the accountability aspect of what was
Right.
happening. You
Yeah.
weren't trying to normalize or make this cool.
No, it's all,
Yeah.
what I did isn't something to be looked up to. It's something, it's
Yeah.
a cautionary story.
This is, yeah.
It's something to be, if you're in it, you may be having fun, but it always comes
You're
back.
going to go down.
It always comes back.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is a cautionary story. This is not you bragging. This is
Yeah.
you saying, this is where I walk. Don't walk here. You know
When
what I mean?
when you're using,
Yeah, it all makes sense.
it's going to sound fun and it's exciting.
Yeah.
And it is.
And we've all watched Ocean's
But,
13 and we all
yeah.
think we're cool,
And everybody loves it,
but it ain't that.
but it ain't that.
Yeah. And you said the biggest grab was 6,800.
That's
And-
it.
And do you, in your heart, do you think 6,800 was enough for the risk of 20 years, man?
In the moment.
It was, huh?
In the
Yeah.
moment, it didn't matter because I knew I was going for a long time. If I didn't get the time here, California wouldn't have dropped the cases back there.
Yeah.
So it didn't matter either way for me.
Yeah.
But I made it worse.
Yeah.
I think the guy that I took the car from, he was Syrian.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure that he may have left the country. So I may have been okay because they dropped that case over there.
Whoa.
So my thought was I'm going to get time here so I don't have to do more time there. And I probably shot myself in the foot,
Damn. So
but
you might have got out of it.
I may have got out of it.
Fuck, Frank.
But
Damn.
it's one of those things you look back and you're like, I didn't know then.
Yeah.
Yeah, hindsight's always a bitch.
Yeah. So your state parole and your federal paper.
Yeah, the state parole is pretty easy.
Yeah.
The federal parole, they want a lot from you. It's you got to call every day at 6:30 to see if you have to test the next day.
Yeah.
And then you have to go to counseling once a week. And it's a lot when you're focused and working and trying to get things together, but that's the cost of freedom.
Yeah. Is it forever?
No, it's not. I can get off federal parole. I can apply for it in 12 months.
Okay.
And within 18 months, I'll be off.
Gotcha. As long as you're paying your
Yeah, everything's
yeah.
going to be good. Yeah, I'll pay off the restitution. It's only $6,000 or something
Yeah.
total.
And we talked about this briefly before. You said inside, I'm sure you read a lot of books. What was your favorite book that you were reading?
Man, Pillars of the Earth.
Yeah.
It's everybody's favorite,
Yeah.
but it's a thick book, and that's one of my favorites because it's like old British. So you have a little Elizabethan
Yeah.
accents in it,
Yeah.
and I
It's
like
like
all
there's
that.
like a 900,000 pages. How long did it take you to read
It's
it?
like 980,
Yeah.
but when you're in the hole, you roll through that in about 5 days.
Fuck. So
It's
5 days for 1,000
yeah,
pages.
you can't get
You're in the hole.
yeah, you can't get like a John Grisham 300-page book from the library because you're gonna finish it in a day.
Right.
You got to get something thick, and some of them are bad, man.
Yeah.
But that was one of my favorites.
Got you. And know what you know now. If you're out here and you think there's a dude that you're seeing that's going to be coming up on, I know you're not preachy about how to live, but if you see a cat that you think is going to be coming around you, or coming around, excuse me, and following in your footsteps, what is your advice to a kid like this who's running and gunning? Because let's be honest, bank robbery is just how it manifested in your life, but there's a bigger issue at play, right? This is a spiritual deficiency, acts of desperation, man. You know what I mean? So it manifested for you in drugs and alcohol, but it's just addictive behavior at the end. You know what I mean? It was a result of addictive behavior. So a cat that might be coming in, following your footsteps, just behavior wise, what is your advice to these cats?
I try to get them, man. I try to bring them in, but as well as I do, you can't be told.
Can't be
when
told.
you're ready. You can't be talked into it, but you try.
Right.
You're like, look, man, it's gonna be bad.
Right.
I ran around with guns all my life, but I never had to use anything like that. I used my hands. But for a lot of guys, a lot of people nowadays, they just want to shoot. People don't want to fight no more.
That's right.
So you got a bunch of cowards walking around with guns, and they're worried about getting hit. So for a lot of these guys, they'll end up upstate for murder.
Just because they didn't want to get down.
Yeah, just for 1 second of a bad decision.
That's real. You got a lot of life to live still, Frank. You know what I mean? Yeah. You're out. And I know there was probably times when you were down that you didn't think that was going to be a day that you were out. And I got to see you day one of you out, man. And I got to see your shoulders soft. And I got to see you be able to walk around knowing that part of your life is behind you. And I know you're big on the gym. And so how does working out manifest and keeping your mind busy?
Man, if you don't stay busy, boredom, man, that's the devil's workshop. I go to work, I come back, I go to the gym. When I have free time on the weekends, as soon as I get up, 6:30, I get up at 5, by 6:30, I'm on my run to the gym.
Yeah.
And then my day's busy.
Yeah.
It's
self-inflicted busy.
Yeah, you have to.
Good.
I have to stay busy.
Yeah.
And eventually I want to start working with some kids.
Fuck yeah.
What I wanted to do is like just go down to the foster care and just try to like adopt a couple kids financially. Like anything you want, call the caseworker and I'll get it for you.
Wow.
Instead of I don't really, having my background, you're not going to be able to say, hey, I'm going to take this kid to go get some stuff. But being in prison, I talked to a lot of guys who are in foster care, and a lot of that money gets spent on their kids.
Yeah.
Their
And I'm
kids are
sure,
wearing Levi's and he's
yeah.
wearing Rustlers. So I want to get into that, try to guide them. And if when it comes time, try to guide them into school.
And there's a lot of things with that too. I'm sure that probably has a part in you not being able to be as an active father as you wanted to be.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And
Want to pick a couple kids and make sure their life coming up is good.
yeah, you got a crazy story, man. And never in any way, what I love about it is, are you advocating for bank robbery?
No,
Are you
absolutely not.
glorifying bank robbery?
No.
You know that it is a crazy story and it's a fucking entertaining story. And it is and most importantly, it's a story of chaos that you finally got to realize that this shit wasn't getting better, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It had to get worse before it got better.
That's right.
And there's a reason why it happened. And today, to sit here with you, knowing you're fully accountable for what's happened, and you're not glorifying this shit. You're saying that this is what I did out of drugs, addiction, acts of desperation, just, and now sit here with a calm demeanor
That's
and
it.
know that this is a different get down. I think the message here is for any cat that's struggling is we're all one really shitty bad day away from some crazy shit like this, man.
It can happen any minute.
Yeah, and I think we've all had those thoughts, and I think getting at the very end of it, getting healthy in your brain, getting better, curing your spiritual deficiency, and finding something bigger than yourself, man. Life sure gets fucking better quick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it does. It really.
And you don't got to be as bad as Frank and me and have death, hospitals, institutions. You can just make a decision to put the fucking shovel down, and goddamn, your life starts changing. It's
That's
wild.
it.
You know what I
As
mean?
soon as you get focused,
Yeah,
it all comes together. I got 2 paroles,
yeah,
but my parole officers know that I'm doing the right thing
yeah.
and they back off you.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, the longer you test clean, they stop testing. They just let you do your thing, man. But
Yep.
I know you're staying clean, and I know you're keeping your head busy, man. And that's a beautiful thing.
That's it.
And how you're active in the gym daily, right?
Daily, yes.
Got you.
Yeah, you have to. I don't. I go to a meditation center for my spiritual part,
Beautiful.
but you got to improve the temple too, man.
It's real.
Yeah,
So that spiritual center, what's that doing for you?
it's good. You know what? I really go there to meet good people. If you surround yourself with good people, you're less likely to have a problem like the past.
Right.
I hang out with you guys.
Yeah.
You're doing the right thing. It just seems like that's the only way. That's the only way to go.
Yeah.
And keep everybody who's not doing the right thing out of my life today.
Bro. We like you, Frank, and we can always just say we don't want nothing from you. We're
That's
just
it.
here. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And that's how you know it's real. We were just talking to another cat about that. The true definition to us of real cats in your life and real friendship and real just brotherhood, because it's where we're at. It's just dudes that want absolutely nothing from you. They don't want what you have. They just want you to be okay. You know what
That's
I mean?
it. Yeah.
And man, I learned that from dudes like you, is dudes that are coming out and just knowing that there's a level of, what do you want from me? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just it's a beautiful thing to know that you got people in your corner and people that ain't gonna hang you past over your head. So that's some real shit.
Yeah. I'm on, like, right now, I ain't got my license yet. It's taking a minute,
Yet.
but I'm on the bus a lot going wherever I got to go for parole.
Yep.
But you see so many people down there on 4th Street, the little depot down there that I
Yep.
know from prison,
Yep.
strung out on fentanyl,
Yeah, man.
homeless.
Yeah.
And
We call it 4th Street Live because we're not a live podcast, but it's live because it's active outside. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah,
So that's where the live is a double entendre. So we're right here on 4th Street, and we got good mics. But if we didn't, you could hear the insanity out there, man. And I walked a long way up and down 4th Street in my disease, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I
Yep.
never was going anywhere, but
Never.
I was fucking walking a lot, bro. You know what I mean? Frank, I just want to say thank you so much for being here and telling your story, bro. There's a lot of things for the future generation to learn from you, and I believe that there's a reason and a lesson and a blessing for you to be on the show today, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to your son, Little E, one of my best friends. And if you guys are new here, tune into our podcast. We have people from all walks of life that are coming onto our show. 4th Street Live is simply about highlighting the insanity and the beauty of Reno, Nevada. And we got people from all over, business owners, sobriety, recovery, and just people I think are interesting. If you're new here, please follow us on Instagram at 4th Street Live, Spotify, YouTube, Amazon Music, and tune in and just tune out and get to watch some interesting things and at very least keep you entertained for a few hours. So thanks so much. We'll see you next time.